Yes, that's right, guys. We are back tonight for a watch-along. Leicester take on Fulham at the King Power Stadium. Hope you're all well and a happy new year to all of you in the chat. I'll get to all of your comments in a second. Happy new year to you, Superfast, as well. Yes, tonight is a watch-along. First of the year. I'm looking forward to it, considering what happened, obviously, against Liverpool. Walt Farr's, probably glad to see the back of 2022 after such a... I'm not quite... Still, to this minute, I'm not sure what the hell happened there against Liverpool, because they were shocking last night against Brentford as well. Watched them last night. They were poor. They've been poor for a while, and we should have got the win, scoring 3 goals against Liverpool and somehow losing 2-1. But my old man said, be a Forest fan, said, fuck off, Dad. You're a see you next Tuesday and a TWAT. Let's get to it, guys. So, before we start, tonight we are going to do a pot for BetMate. This one is I think there's quite a few games in this one, so have a look at this. It's £200 payout. It's a £200 pot. It's £2 to enter. The start time is 7:45 kickoff for the games that are included. Games that are included are your Everton versus Wolves, Leicester versus Newcastle, Southampton versus Brighton, and Crystal Palace versus... That's the wrong thing. I will sort that out in a second. Bear with me. I've got that slightly wrong. I do apologise. Hey, we're doing this live, so it's all cool. It's all cool. There we go. Back to it. The games are Arsenal, Newcastle, Leicester, Fulham. I think, is there another 7:45 game? I know there's 8 o'clock, isn't there, Man United, but that's not included in this. So I know there's a couple of games, but look, all you got to do is download the app. It's pinned in the chat, and it will take you to the App Store. Pick 7 players plus a goalkeeper. That's 2 defenders, 2 midfielders, 2 forwards, and captain and vice captain, obviously each. And you'll get double for captain, and you'll get 1.5 points for your vice. And it's quite simple, guys. Click the link and play. Like I just said, it is £2. It's fantasy football rules apply, and it's points wins prizes. So the most points from tackles, goals, assists, they're all there. Easy to play, easy to do. Go and play right now. We're going to have a look at the injury list for Leicester City. But if you do want to play alongside me on tonight's BetMate, I have already entered my team. So all you've got to do is enter yours. Right. Let's have a look first of all who's in the chat before we get into the injuries. Simon's in the chat. Ivaka is in the chat. Claire is also here. Hello, Claire. How are you? Mr. Maze in the chat as well. He wants to dance with Sumare. I want to feel the heat with Sumare. He's going to play. We will put a poll in for your formation tonight as well. What you're going to go with. Starting formation. Let's go. I'll put a 4-4-2. We'll put a 4-1-3-2. 4-1-4-4-2-3-1. 4-1-4-1, and we'll put other. I don't know. There you go. Try that. So right, I've pulled it up. All you got to do is click the voting, get your voting, get what formation we're going to play alongside tonight, and we'll put it together. This is the last stream with the Christmas/New Year decks. All the New Year, Christmas deck celebrations are all gone now. I think the 5th, isn't it? And everything comes down. The house is the same, to be fair. We've got the Christmas tree up still in the living room, but things have been coming down over the last 2 days, and by the 5th everything will be gone. I've had enough. Get me back to work next week. I have had enough of the kids. Get the kids back to school as well. I've had enough of them climbing all over me all day. Right, let's have a look at the updated injury list. So, we know that Ricardo is potentially out till mid-Feb. We know Johnny Evans is also out around till mid-Feb. The latest on those two. Johnny won't be back probably until the mid-February. Speaking to the medical team, it looks like it will be longer than what they thought. So, he'll probably be early to mid-February. February with his calf, shin, heel injury, whatever is going on with him. James Justin, as you already know, we don't need to go on again. He's out till the end of the season. Ricardo Pereira. Latest on Ricardo is that he's doing very well. We're hoping at some point at the end of January, towards the middle or the end, he could rejoin the group. So that's great news. Return potential playing date is around weekend 4th, 5th, 6th of Feb. James Maddison has the knee injury. The latest on him is New Year's Day. The medical team will work with him over the next 7 to 10 days to build up, hopefully, and get him back. We'll get no reaction from that until we know more. He can then rejoin the group around, what say is here, the 21st of Jan. Dennis Pratt looks like he's going to be back around mid-Jan as well. Latest on him, he won't be available until around mid-Jan. He's looking rather sore, struggling on his side around the 14th of Jan. Patson Daka taking on a injury with his thigh during the fixture against Liverpool. It looks like he's come off with his hamstring, so I think that will put him out. It will get a clear indication of time frame within the next few days. This was January the 2nd, so we don't know nothing about him yet, but he will not be starting tonight, so probably will be Jamie Vardy or Kelechi Iheanacho might get his chance to go up top. Get the voting in on the polls. Latest on Rayon Bertrand is there's no latest on Rayon Bertrand, so we move. Right, let's move over to the other screens and let's see what we can do. While you are getting your votes in, I'm just going to adjust something on screen for you lot. And there you go, so that will work. That's better. Right, you're voting with a 4-2-3-1 formation, so we will work with a 4-2-3-1. So, goalkeeper. Are we still going to go with Danny Ward in goal? Surely against Fulham, you could potentially give Iverson a run out. Talk to me. Talk to me. My W isn't working on the keyboard, so that's a pain. We could go Smithies. I don't think so, but I'll put him in. As usual, you guys vote, and I'll get your comments back in whilst you do that. Fulham were garbage last game, says Superfast. Did you see my bet I had? I did, mate. I didn't see the 33-1 horse and Brentford to win double. I didn't see 1,109. I thought you won 600 quid. Maybe I read that wrong. Maybe I read that wrong, mate. I think you won 600. Unless I did see it wrong. I don't know. Or was that part of the bet? Fulham were garbage, though, according to Superfast. Brighton versus Everton, says Simon. Yes, that's the one. Vardy has to start, and Maddison is definitely out till mid-Jan. We've just answered that. Just seen a taxi leaving Leicester for the airport with Vestergaard, Bertrand, Perez, Mendy, Evans, and Cags in it. All finished for City, says Superfast. Particularly Bertrand, right? Hopefully Vardy and Kelechi start up top. I think it's going to be one, and I think Vardy will be your man. I love playing Ndidi and Samura against Liverpool. It creates so much pressure on the opposition. It worked, Mr. Mazzi. It worked. And you voted for a 4-2-3-1, so that's what we're working with. But starting off in goal with 86% of the vote is going to Danny Ward. There's only one man in the sticks, Danny Ward. Okay, moving into the next one. So this one's easy. I don't think we need to adjust this because James Justin and Ricardo aren't back. So it's Luke Thomas and Castagna. There's no point addressing that. That's happening. So your centre-backs, that is the question, is the centre-backs. So I'll throw it in. Centre-back, pairings. We're going Cags because of Wout Fars's horrendous cock-up. I think he was poor previous game too against Newcastle, or do you rely? Do we not knock him, keep his confidence going, and bring him back into the fold, or do we go Cags and Amarte? Hang on, Cags and Fars even. Cags and Fars. There you go. Get your vote in on your centre backs, and I'll read out your comments while you're voting. I loved four picks itself. I like Ndidi and Sumari both playing. I do. a 4-2-3-1. For me, James Justin is just a player with injuries. Unfortunately, so is Ricardo. Everson for the cup. Yeah, save him for the cup, you're right. I can't wait to see Ricky P back, but the problem is, these players that keep having injuries, it's piling on, isn't it? These injuries are just piling on top of one another, and they're not going to get back to the way they were. I don't see Ricardo Pereira coming back at all on how he was when he first got his ACL. So I am worried. No, I won both 2 days running. Flipping heck. Holy crap. Happy Christmas and Happy New Year, late. Hey, that's insane. When is Ricardo back? Must be soon. Yes, I've just already answered this one. Ricardo looks like he is set for around mid-Feb. Possibly weekend 4th, 5th, 6th of Feb, it says. But it's looking more mid-Feb, so we'll see. Forrest has been man of the match for 5 games in a row. He just lost a bit of match fitness. Unfortunately, look, we're all due a bad game now and again. It's just happened to be an extremely bad game for him where he's scored two goals in his own net. Lee, how are you going to watch the game tonight? We're going to be watching it through Bing Sport. That's all I can really say, really. I'm watching it how I normally watch it. Ricardo was in the gym in November, yes, but being in the gym to training and getting match fit's completely different, I suppose. That's more about getting the body back into shape more than the actual core and, you know, the the stamina and all that's a bit different, I suppose. I think Ricardo is going out in the summer if he returns and plays shot. I think he was going before he got injured. I think he was going to end up. I think he was destined for a big club. I mean, you really, really do feel like he was destined for a big club. Let's have a quick read on this Fulham fixture then. Okay, so have a read of this. Leicester City's Wout Faes may be glad to see the back of 2022 after he ended it becoming just the 4th player in the Premier League history to score 2 own goals in the same game as the Foxes went down 2-1 against Liverpool. In fact, Leicester themselves may be glad to see the back of 22 given their decline that's seen them go from genuine European contenders last season to relegation battlers this campaign. Boss Brendan Rodgers will certainly help 2023 will be more prosperous, and he may fancy his side lengthening their cushion to the drop zone, having won 9 of their last 14 league games to open a calendar year. Successive home league defeats to 0 coming into this match threatens to worsen that record though, with Leicester now on the verge of losing 3 top flight home games in a row without scoring for the first time since 1983. Goals certainly aren't a problem for Fulham, who have scored in all but 2 of their Premier League games this term, the latest of which was a 2-1 victory against struggling Southampton on Saturday. That result capped off a fine 2022 for Fulham, who have taken well to life back in the Premier League and come into this clash 8 points better off than the hosts after winning 4 of their last 8 league matches, drawing 2, losing 2. The fact both these defeats came via stoppage time goals against Manchester clubs shows just how tricky Fulham are to overcome these days. That perhaps isn't the case at the start of the year for the Cottagers, though, who have just one of their last 23 Premier League away games in the month of Jan, drawing 6 and losing 16, though they did open their 2022 away league campaign with a 7-0 win in the Championship against Reading. Players to watch in this fixture tonight in the quirk of fate. Leicester's Harvey Barnes has seen his first 5 goals make the score 2-0. Fulham could look to Alexander Mitrovic to counteract that, but they may have to wait considering 8 of his last 9 club goals came after the break at half-time. This game will be refereed Darren Bond's first Premier League game of the season. He's shown an average of 4.2 yellow cards per match. So there could be some cards in it tonight from the referee too. So there you go. There you have it. There is all what you need to know for the fixture tonight. Going back into it, you guys have voted in. Oh, it's a close one between Fars and Amarte and Cags and Amarte. It looks like big up the Jamza army. Jamza in that, or is it actually Jamza? It's not Jamza. It's actually someone from Jamza's channel. Big up DQ even. Welcome to the channel, my man. It's neck and neck with the votes, so get those votes in because it's Kags Amate 44% and Fars Amate 44%. We need a decider. We need someone to press the next vote. So put that vote in on the polls. We need one more vote to get that centre-back pairing up on the screen. Come on, you know what to do. I'm going to carry on reading. Highly, I'm going to the match and I think the score will be 3-1 to Leicester, says Kyle Gilding. I will take that in a heartbeat, mate. Ivica says, we are mid-table at least and not like Southampton in the battle for survival. Although, you know, we're not far off. We should win this game. Let's hope Mitrovic ghosts today. Speaking of Mitrovic, I've just mentioned he's more of a player that seems to score in the second half. And Superfast says, as remember the last time we played Fulham at home, they were the whipping boys and Brendan played a 5-4-1 and we lost 2-1. What was Brendan doing that day? It's a good question because sometimes some of Brendan's tactics I do question. However, I think he did get it spot on against Liverpool. Only a freak occurrence of the own goals from Wout Faes was the difference for me. I thought he got it spot on against Liverpool. Where do you think Leicester will end the season in the table? I think 10th. I think bang on 10th. I'm going to stick with that as well, I think. We need a vote, guys. I can't put the centre-back pairings up. Someone's got to click the vote on the poll. I need help. Because Kags and Marte and Fars and Marte. So Marte is up 100%. So stick him in. But it's down to Kags or Fars. So I need that vote. One vote. That's all I need. There's 23 of you here. One of you can vote. Where do you think Leicester will end the season, though? Like I just said, the 10th. I believe we will finish 10th. And that will do me. I'll be honest with you. As long as we batter Newcastle in the League Cup, I hope we can go for that and win it. This year, Brentford, Fulham and Newcastle are European contenders. I think Leicester will finish 9th like almost every time. Yeah, it's going to be, I think it's going to be around there. Whee! There is the poll. And the poll is to keep Fars on, don't knock his concentration or his confidence and keep him in the fold. So there you have it. Right, we have gone with a 4-2-3-1. Do you want to start with... it's like a CDM. Do you want Ndidi? Do you want Sumare? Or do you want Ndidi plus Sumare? Going two at the back. Other. Who do you want as a CDM tomorrow? Tonight. I usually do this a fixture... A day before the fixture, so get the votes in if you want both. Only vote if you want one in. You want Ndidi in, or do you want Ndidi and Sumare? I think Ndidi and Sumare worked against Liverpool. I really do, but that might mean dropping Youri Tielemans. Depends what we're going to play up top, because there's no James Maddison. Maybe we could play a Youri Tielemans in front and still play with maybe a Barnes and a KDH or a Barnes and a Perez. Fuck. I don't know. We'll see what you guys are wanting. Get me a couple more votes in. It looks like Ndidi and Sumare are going to be winning this one. After the performance of both of them playing together, I am not surprised. They both played rather well together. So we'll stick them both on. There you go. 10 votes in. Ndidi Sumare. That will do. Okay. So, question. Who's going on the left? Are we sticking with Barnes, right? I'll do left wing, left mid, just in case you want to put KDH. Because he can go on the left. But I think KDH would be better in the centre. But that means there's no Youri Tielemans. So I'm not sure what situation here is, to be honest. I think Youri has gone left before. I don't think you're going to. I think it will be Barnes. I'll throw it in. I would go Barnes. Personally. I'm stick Barnes on for now. And see what happens in a second. Okay. Let's just see what happens. Yeah, that's what I think. I think it's going to be Youri Tielemans on the right side. And then KDH slightly behind Vardy. I think that's what it is. But we'll see. We'll see. It is Harvey Barnes that wins that one. That was pretty simple. So we'll go on the right side. And we'll go Yuri. Or Brighton. We could go Perez. I think Barnes left, Tielemans, Cam, and KDH on the right. Or, yeah, he's played on the right as well. So, you know, I think KDH is fine anywhere on that halfway line, left, right, or centre, to be honest with you. Don't really matter. I wouldn't say he's like an attacking, you know, like Barnes is, but he can definitely play on the left or right, mid, so to speak. I'd say we should stick with Barnes. That's done. Rebecca. I think we'll play how we did against Liverpool. We will win, but if we score and sit back, the same will happen from the last time we played Fulham. Just need to keep going at them, don't we? I think KDH will grow good. He already is. We could play a Nacho on the right. Yeah, that's a possibility. I do think it's the first one though. I think Yuri Tielemans should come in on that right side. I'm going with what the poll says and stick Yuri Tielemans at right and get KDH middle. But we'll change it up a little bit in the middle. There you go. There's your votes for Yuri's won the poll. I think we could potentially play Nacho. I'll put Cam and I'll put CF, like a bit like a centre forward, but not. And we'll go KDH in the middle, or we could go Nacho sitting behind Vardy. I suppose you could even do Perez because Nacho, I think he also has played behind Vardy before. So let's throw that back out there. See what you guys say. Brighton and Perez haven't been playing their best football this season, so I think we should start Tielemans on the right, says Kyle Gilding. He's not wrong. Maybe after 2 to 3 weeks we will sell him for 80 mil for KDH. Maybe. It just depends how it's about getting your caps for England as well. Once you start getting that's when you know money's starting to talk. Really missing Madison. I know we are, mate. Stimpy, I know. KDH, Tielemans behind Barnes, Vardy, Perez, and Nacho in a 13. KDH is winning this vote all day long. KDH wins the vote, which we've already decided Vardy up top, haven't we? But then, have we? I'm going to throw it out there and throw the poll. I'm going to throw the poll. Guys, get your vote in. Who's the striker? I'm serious. I know we're all saying Vardy, but have we not forgot how good Kelechi was? When... I think I've spelled his name wrong. There you go. Kelechi. I think we've forgot how good Kells was when Vardy was having his surgery and there was no Daka in the team. Daka is injured. We cannot play Daka. Daka's out. I think, well, yeah, there's a possibility. Would you prefer to see Nacho start and Vardy come on as a super sub if Nacho's not doing great? I think I prefer that way. I'll be honest. I'd prefer it that way. But get your votes in. I can imagine Vardy's going to win this one. I don't know what it is about poor Kells, but there you go. Vardy's already winning it. Should play Tielemans for Ndidi and Nacho on the right, says Stimpy. It's an all-over vote though. Everyone gets a little, a little go, so to speak. So, by the way, guys, when the stream ends, it's going to take you straight to tonight's watch along. So if you could just stay on when I press the end in a bit, and just leave a like on the watch along. So we've got loads of likes before we start. That's always a good help. It helps us get boosted in the YouTube algorithm. If you could, that'd be great. Can we vote on the manager? No, unfortunately, you can't change that one super fast. I'm going to the match, so it better be a good game and a good win. Well, unfortunately, as of next season, I will be cancelling my season ticket. As my job has become treacherous to get to games on time. And it's only going to get harder if Royal Mail get their own way with it. So there you go. Mind you, hopefully by then we can find a different job or make a new job for myself. Yeah, even. Who knows? But look, we are all about out of time with that squad. What would your score predictions be? I would go with Leicester to win tonight. I think we're going to score 3 goals again, this time not in our own net. And I think it's going to be 3. I think we're actually going to go 3-0, although Mitrovic does like to score. I think tonight's going to be a 3-0 win for the Foxes to start the year on a high note. So get your predictions in. Visico's in the chat and he's going Fulham to win 2-1. Can we vote on how many goals Vars will score? We have not beaten a team above us in the league, so tonight would be a first. I'm not fazed by Fulham. I'm really not. Big super chat if we score first, says Superfast. What about, is that counts as a Walt Farr's own goal as well? 2-1 Leicester, 3-1 Leicester. I'm going 3-0 Leicester tonight. I'm confident. Listen, guys, we will be back at 7:25 on the channel, 20 minutes before kickoff. Please join in then and please support the channel. Leave a like on the video, not this video. Leave a like on the watch along and I shall see you at 7:25 tonight. Come on the boys! We need 3 points to start the year off. Desperately. I shall see you all a little bit later tonight. Until then, guys, take care and I shall see you very, very soon. Peace out, guys.